Us now is FUBU CEO and Shark Tank investor Damon John. Damon, good to see you. Good to have you here as always. How are you thinking about the damage that retail right now is going to do to this economy, from the job losses to the real estate and store closings? I mean, it's growing by the day.
It is, but retail is changing by the day also. You can consider it sometimes the golden age of retail. People are either dying or they're striving, They're just finding a new way to get to their consumer online. But yeah, these stores, they're going to close. They're going to have smaller imprints, and they're going to have to change around their model. Their model is going to need to be more of an experience. It's like if the New York Times only thought it was selling newspapers, it wasn't. It was selling content and learned how to shift. And this is exactly what the retailers are going to need to know how to do. And some are doing quite well at it.
Like who? Who's doing a good job pivoting?
The Home Depots of the world doing a good job pivoting. But you're going to look at the numbers such as the Amazons that were 3 months ago. I think they were at 1,800, and now they're 3,000 in stock. Or the Shopifys that were at 330, and that they're now at over 1,000 because they're finding their customers online because they're still consuming. People are absolutely going to consume. But now, if you're a Sephora, you want to have an experience to have a woman come in and have her face and her makeup all done, and then know her buying habits, send her home, and then be able to have your salespeople consult and go on Zoom with them and know that you understand all the things she likes. Because now there's another way. You have a macro way of understanding what they buy. When FUBU was really popular, I sent it over to Macy's. I didn't know who bought it, why they buy it, why they didn't buy it, and how can I sell to them again. And the traditional way to sell to customers, there's only 3 ways to sell to customers. You acquire a new one, you upsell a current one, or you make one buy more frequently. If your salespeople now are not in the transactional mode of making a quick sale, and they're in the mode of making a content and a conversion play and following you home and knowing your buying habits, you're going to be in good shape. But if you're only thinking your store is a place for transactions, you're not going to be in good shape.
Damon, when you consider that the government has directly helped certain sectors like airlines, do you think traditional retailers also deserve some assistance, or is this a game of adapt or die, kind of like you're explaining? Some of these companies have adapted and are doing very well. So the others that are suffering, it's on them.
Yeah, I do believe that this is why we all got into business. So we work the 80 hours so we don't have to work 40. And when you work 40, that means somebody else is in charge of your destiny and helping you out. I think the retailers are going to have to adjust accordingly, and innovation will happen. And you're going to then find just new people doing business a new way. One of my friends just opened up as a Yeti dealer and a Weber dealer. And he said, I opened up as a dealer, and they said, I cannot get product until the middle of 2021 because they're sold out everywhere. They can't make enough product. So the goods are out there. It's just how are people consuming?
Wanted to ask about small business too, Damon, and all the companies that you've invested in on Shark Tank and around. How are they doing? What are we looking at in terms of losses from small business right now?
Yeah, they're falling, they're either striving again or they're suffering. Some of the small businesses, a lot of them got the PPP. Of course, I tried to get the PPP to the ones who needed it. I told all of my CEOs and people who were in good condition or in shape, do not take it personally. Make sure you get it over to the people that need it to extend that lifetime. And some of them have found ways to pivot and create other things. And some now, the PPP is running out and they're wondering what they're going to do. But my favorite company that is the #1 investment in Shark Tank history is Bombas Socks. They send a sock directly to your house, a pair of socks, and every time they sell a pair of socks, they give away a pair to the homeless. And they are doing gangbuster numbers because they've always been direct to the consumer. The people who feel like they're buying them are doing something great for somebody else. It's a social cause, so they're out there being their biggest ambassadors and sharing content, anywhere and everywhere. And the numbers are just absolutely amazing what's going on.
Damon, thanks so much for joining us.